Wow, I get to talk to one of my best buddies.
Hi, Tony.
It's been a while since I got to see you and talk with you. So congratulations on everything that you're doing. As I said before, you are such a busy actress.
I'm very grateful to be doing what I'm doing what I love, and I never take it for granted. So thank you.
Let's start with Minnesota. You grew up in a small town in Minnesota. How did you find the film industry, and were you an actress ever since you were a little kid? I mean, did you love acting?
No, first of all, I didn't know anybody in the industry at all. I kind of just did it on my own, but it all started, my love of horror started the whole thing. So when I was 5 years old, my grandma took my sister and I to the video store. And, my mom was very religious, and she was always like, you can't do this, you can't watch this, you can't, very strict. And when your parent tells you not to do something, what do? You do it. You want to do it. So my grandma was so cool. So she took us to the video store, and there was this new release sitting on the shelf called Child's Play. And my sister and I look at each other, we're like, this is pretty cool looking. Let's try to get grandma to rent this for us. And then we kind of just talked her into it, and she rented it for us because she's cool like that. And and it was all history after that. I loved horror. I fell in love with it. It was nonstop after that. And then when I became a teenager, I kind of just immersed myself in that world of filmmaking. And I just, my friends and I would get together. We would, they had the VHS camcorder. That's dating me. And we just kind of made our own little short horror films. And I fell in love with it. But when I got out of college, when I got out of high school, I went to college for criminal justice. So it had nothing to do with film, nothing like that. And I took a class for my degree, I took theater. And I kind of I fell in love with theater, that class specifically. And I was very shy growing up. So it really helped me, expand and, things like that. And so I was looking online one day for just casting calls. I was like, I want to try this, girl running through the woods, half naked, bloodied, battered. I want to do that. It looks like so much fun. So I went online, saw a casting call for a movie called Pajama Party Massacre, a short film that was filming in Minneapolis. And I applied for it. I met with the filmmakers, and they met me. They loved my personality. They're like, you are that character. And it was kind of a history after that. That was in 2006.
Wow.
And that's where I met my boyfriend, Joe Netter. And we, since then, it's just been an amazing journey.
I want to go back to you as a kid on the streets.
That's the gist of it.
Because, I talked to Steven Spielberg about this years ago. Everything that you learned on the streets, you hang on to because it's pretty much all the same.
Yeah, I mean, experiences in your life has led you to everywhere or where you are today. Every experience that you go through, every film that I've done has really, I've learned so much with every film, especially starting in the no budget to low budget world. And then working my way up the ladder since then has really taught me so many lessons over the years, so many life lessons. And, just putting the work in. And if in any career, if it's something that you really want to do, you have to put the work in. It's not going to be an easy road. It never is. Yeah. Even when you are happy where you're at, you still got to put that work in, and you're constantly learning. And you just got to be open to, all the roadblocks and changes in life, and you just got to go with the flow, but you got to keep going. That's the biggest takeaway is if it's something you really want to do, you just got to keep going. And I'm sure I just went on a whole tangent there, but
no, it's fine.
You get the gist of it.
Did your studies in criminal justice inform your characters as well?
I guess you could say that. the nice thing about the criminal justice field is when you're going to college, you learn a lot about psychology and you know, people's minds and what makes them think the way they think. And you really learn a lot about humans and the human connection. So I think that might have helped me along the path as well.
Did you model when you were younger?
I did. I actually started modeling before I got into acting, and I was at a concert, and I say this in all my interviews, so if I'm being repetitive, well, I was at a concert and I had kind of that goth girl look. You know, I'm a big metal horror girl, so, you know, I had the darker hair and the leather and all that stuff. And a photographer came up to me and he's like, "I love your look. We need to shoot sometime." And I'm just like, who is this creeper? I've never had that happen before. And that was, how old was I? I was like early 20s, I think. And then, I was like, you know, I put the card away and I was like, this guy's just crazy, whatever. But then a few months passed by and I was like, I came across the card again and I was like, oh, I'm going to give this a shot. And he helped me come up with my stage name.
Wow.
Because he told me, he's like, you know, as a model, every model has a stage name, every actor has a stage name. And I didn't know anything about the business, whether it was modeling or acting. I was going in with cold feet, you know? So I was just listening and soaking up all the knowledge I could at the time. So I came up with the stage name and it was Scarlet Salem because it was very horror related because that's what I love. But in 2011, I changed my stage name to my real name, Sarah French, because, you know, I started taking acting way more seriously and, you know, I knew this is the path I wanted to take. So I didn't want to get typecasted into just horror, which I do love and still love to this day. But I also love a variety of genres. So I guess that's a long answer for you.
Well, but the modeling industry can be so creepy, you know, as you say, and
you know, I didn't do like runway or anything like that. It was more, I modeled for some magazines. I did product placement type stuff. I did a lot with bands. I would model their merchandise, like metal bands. So that was cool as heck. It was more like beautiful, fine art modeling. I did a lot of nude modeling. And that can be creepy if you don't, I mean, you gotta, like, for those out there who want to get into modeling and acting and things like that, do your research. There are a lot of people that will take advantage of you, especially if you're very green and you have no idea what you're doing. So just do your research, ask others about the photographer or the filmmaker or whatever, and, you know, kind of go from there because it's a creepy world out there. It really is.
Yeah, that's why I don't do nude modeling anymore. I'm going to let that sink in for a while. Do you have a particular system in choosing a role? Does a character have to have a certain arc to it that you look for?
When it comes to choosing roles, like I said, I'm very picky with what I take now, and I'm luckily in that position where I can be. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this since 2006, so I've been doing it a very long time. And there's a certain trajectory that I want to go, and I know where I want to go, and you know, it has to be a unique character, maybe one that I've never played before, something that can help propel my career, something to help me move forward. I'm always wanting to move forward, moving up, trying new things. And, you know, that's really the kind of roles I look for, is just something different. But also I look at, you know, who's filming it, you know, of course, the whole business side of it. But yeah, I just want to try new things and you know, just keep moving forward.
Does music play a role in how you present a character as well? Do you listen to soundtracks and things like that to develop characters?
So, sometimes I do. When I'm learning lines, I actually learn lines when I'm hiking. It's actually, I've learned over the years that I need to be doing something physical in order to like memorize my line, make it easier to memorize my lines. It's weird. I don't know. I think other people can relate to that, but I can't just sit on the couch and just keep reading it over and over and over again like that. I can't do that. I'm a very physical person anyway, so I need to be moving my body while I'm moving my mind.
That's a very unique approach.
Yeah, I mean, it works very well for me. And once I have my dialogue down, I start crafting the character. And a lot of times I like to come up with a backstory. Like with Joe's writing, he makes it so easy for us actors to create a character. He gives us so much room to evolve that character. And with his writing alone just helps us along the way because there's always so many layers to what he's writing. And it just makes it so easy and so fun for us. But as far as music, sometimes I do when, like, if I have an emotional scene, I will put on, music that gives me those feelings and that, helps along the way. The music definitely plays a part in that and also just in life in general.
Have you performed live? I mean, did you do live theater?
Well, I took a few of those theater classes in college, but other than that, nothing really live. I don't know. It's a completely different beast. Working in film and theater, it's just totally different. So I don't know, maybe someday I will. It does sound intriguing, and it's hard work too. I mean, it's a lot.
You've also worked very hard at perfecting and doing stunts, which a lot of actresses and actors shy away from because they just don't want to get involved with that. But you seem to have embraced it.
Oh, I love it. I love doing stunts, and I've always loved doing my own. I call it light stunts because if I say stunts, they're going to want to throw me off the building or something. I'm not trained for that. But I've always loved doing my own light stunts, and I love the physicality. Like I said, I'm very physical. I work out a lot. I train a lot, and I like challenging myself. That's the big thing. I love challenging myself, and I keep doing something till I get it right.
Are you surprised at the amount of love that Space Wars, the Quest for Deep Star is getting online?
I am just so grateful. I'm so happy. I mean, it was such a wonderful, beautiful, touching story that has to deal with family at the root of all of it. And, our director Gatto, you could see that he loves that genre, the sci-fi genre. And, him and Joe worked so well together, crafting the story. And Joe wrote a beautiful script and gave us actors so much to work with. I'm very happy that people are enjoying it. And, it was great playing the female lead in that film, yeah, and just kicking ass and taking names.
Well,
I love it.
Everybody I've talked to about this film, and I had lunch with Gatto in Las Vegas.
That's right. I remember you talking about that.
We went to some weird taco place that he loves in Vegas, and so it was great. But this man loves working with you. He just writes you into everything.
Aw. Well, we gel so well together, and we worked on automation. His first feature film, that was 5 years ago. And I think I talked about this in the other interview, but we clicked and became friends right away, him and his wife Anahit. And we all just worked so well together. They're great, wonderful, genuine people. And those are the kind of people that I want to keep close to me, keep in my life. And to go on another little tangent, keeping those that have similar interests to you, that are passionate, that are genuine, that put the work in, those are the kind of people you want to keep close to you. LA is a beast. It's really hard to find real, genuine people. And I'll tell you like it is. I mean, it's not easy. So when you do find those good people that you gel well with, that are in a circle that want to help you succeed and grow, you keep those people close to you. So yeah, we're a really great team, and I hope we can make another Space Wars. That would just be amazing.
I would love to see it become a series.
Well, we really want to continue the journey. All of us do. Every single person.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
That leads us to That's a Wrap, because this is a different kind of character for you.
Yeah, Harper. Oh gosh, I love Harper. I love bringing her to life. She's such a badass. So Harper, for those who don't know, the trailer is online, so definitely check out the trailer to That's a Wrap. Harper, she is one of the actresses in the film within the film called That's a Wrap. She plays the lead, and she's the final girl. She has a similar journey to me. She's started in the indie world, no budget world, and worked her way up the ladder. She's taken no shortcuts. She's worked very hard to where she is today, and she's very proud of how far she's come. And she is blunt. She puts up with no BS.
Yeah.
She's strong inside and out. And most importantly, she's a fighter.
And she's really good at defending her life. There's a scene in there where, I don't want to give too much.
No.
People need to. But there's a scene in there where you're confronted by a guy that just, thinks actresses are, and that comeback was just perfect.
Thank you. I gotta say, I mean, with each of these characters, Joe wrote such wonderful, creative, colorful characters. Everybody has a different arc. Everybody has a different story. Every character in that film, we've all met them before, whether you work in the film industry or not. Some you like, some you don't like. And really with this film, it really shows the trials and tribulations to, the things that we go through in this industry as a whole, along with, the comedy and the gore and all that. But there's a lot of meaning within those characters, within the story that is true, that rings true with a lot of people. And, and we just kind of make fun of it a little bit, as you should.
Yeah.
And just, yeah.
Well, what I like about the film was, if you took the horror aspects out of it, it would still be a mesmerizing film about ageism and confidence and the fights that, people have, not only with us, but within themselves. It is just a brilliant look at ourselves.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but you're right. There's a lot of subtext going on. There's a lot of other deep meanings going on. And, like I said, I can't get enough I cannot talk enough about how the story is just crafted so well. The characters are crafted so well. And every actor that we brought on board just made it their own. And they all shine. And they're very entertaining, and a lot of entertaining moments. And I gotta say, Marcel Walls, our director, I mean, this is his bread and butter. He loves, same with Joe, like they love slashers. You can tell we're all horror fans. We all know the tropes and the funny moments and the gore and the beauty. And so Marcel was like a kid in a candy store making this film with all the pretty lights and all the craziness going on. It's a very 90s style slasher, like a whodunit kind of Scream style. So we just had so much fun making it. And I'll just keep going on tangents if you don't mind. This is our very first film from our new production company, Joe, Marcel, and I. So, we just want to come out of the gate swinging.
Yeah. And you hit the fences. Well, here's my take. First of all, gore, in my opinion, should be used like a soundtrack. It underscores it shouldn't be the action. It should underscore what's going on. And you guys did it so perfectly. I mean, this is just a film that you can watch on a Saturday night with a big tub of popcorn, and it's a white knuckle ride.
Thank you so much. And that's what we wanted. We wanted just people to have fun, sit back, relax, laugh, but also have those moments of, wow, this, you feel this character. You feel for these characters, or maybe you can relate in some way to these characters. And it's so much fun and exciting, and it's a great summer slasher flick that I hope everybody enjoys.
I want to thank you so much for your time. This was such a wonderful interview, and it's a long time coming. I mean, we've talked before, but I wanted to do something elongated, a little bit more special. So again,
thank you.
I know how busy you are running around and doing all the things you do.
I'm very grateful to be doing all of it. And like I said, we have a lot more coming.